stop looking at a 240SX to buy. You're not gonna find one, let alone one that's gonna be even worth it. Instead, pick yourself up a modern day version. That's exactly what we did in today's video. What's good, YouTube? We are back again once again for another video. In today's video, you guys, super duper stoked because in the background we have a one owner, completely rust-free red 2013 Scion FRS. And how many miles is on this FRS? Well, I think we got a little bit lucky because we're rolling around 48,000 miles on this damn thing. To say I'm stoked is an understatement because I'm freaking hyped. I'm freaking hyped to do some modification to this car, as well as the fact that it's in our hands, in our possession. And now, like we said earlier in the video, instead of picking yourself up a 240SX, you have the chance to find, at this very moment, a clean, a rust-free FRS, even BRZ. If you've been living under a damn rock and you haven't heard that the 8.6 chassis has taken the car scene, the car culture by storm when it comes to modifications, yes, a few years ago it was known that these cars are absolutely beautiful to modify. They're easy to modify, easy to work on, and there's a huge aftermarket scene. But as of recent, because of higher prices on JDM imports and older cars, the 8.6 chassis has gotten a little more love than it has in the past. Now, if you think about it, a 2013 is pretty old. That's 10 plus years old. It's kind of an older car per se. So you could pick up a 2013 and it could be neglected and it could have problems. So if you happen to find yourself a clean FRS 8.6 BRZ, keep it and hold on to it, hold it tight, because these cars, in, I would say, my estimation, 10, 15, 20 years, they're gonna be number one, worth money, and number two, the 240SX. Now, before we go over the whole car and its entirety, there's a few things I want to kind of clear up and go over before we do that. What's the story behind the car? Real quick, I'll give you guys a brief summary. 48,000 miles on it, one owner. The car was storage kept. I have all the receipts and whatnot. It was pretty well maintained up to when the person passed away. So unfortunately, that's what ended up happening, and afterwards the car kind of sat. So from there, it was neglected in that sense, because a few things had to be maintained that weren't maintained. And you know, when cars sit, stuff happens, stuff deteriorates, and you know. So I've done a decent portion to the car already just to kind of get it on the road as a daily driver, because unfortunately our orange FRS is being replaced by this red one here. So if you guys don't know, we have an orange FRS 2015 that's around 85,000 miles, and I didn't intend to pick this thing up, but it kind of just popped into my hands, and that's where we're at. So this is our new build, and a lot of potential here. But if you guys do want to see that car built, let me know in the comment section down below. I mean, we do have a BRZ, we have our FRS, and then we have another FRS, so I don't think we need three. But yeah, if you guys do want to see that for some reason, let me know, comment section down below, and be sure to subscribe. Other than that, we did have to do a few maintenance jobs on the FRS to kind of get it to where it drives on the road as a daily and drives well. So that's about it when it's done to it. We haven't really done any modifications, well, maybe a little bit, but not too many to kind of deprive you guys. Let's get into the car. 48,000 miles on a 2013 FRS, one owner, and rust free. So we're gonna start with the front end of the car. You take a close look, and our orange FRS had a ton of rock chips on the front bumper. It was pretty destroyed. The rest of the paint on it was good, but if we take a look here, we have a couple of chips here and there, but it's nothing that's too crazy to where I have to respray the whole entire bumper. It's looking good. It's not as bad as the orange FRS. Only thing that we could take a look at is, I don't know if you guys can see it. So I don't know if you guys saw it there, but the underneath was scraped. It's not the worst. However, it's not the best either. So what we could do is throw a front lip on it and call it a day there, or sand it down and kind of touch it up. How could I not mention the headlights, dude? The headlights, you guys know, if you're buying an older car, yellow headlights are a problem. We have no condensation in there. I know it's a little wet and, you know, it kind of rained. Clear freaking headlights. And 2013s have halogen headlights. Listen, if you have clear headlights, they go a long way. They do the job fine for me. So I don't know if you guys could see right there, but it's kind of tough to see unless you look at it at a good angle. So one of the worst things about this car, unfortunately, is that it came with a destroyed hood. So while the car was neglected, it was sitting under a tree, and when they decided to sell it, that's when, you know, they took it about. Unfortunately, our hood has suffered from, number one, bird poop, because we have this right here. It ate away at the paint and it literally went down right to the metal. So if that doesn't serve as a reminder to freaking clean your car and don't let bird poop or bug splats stain your paint, then I don't know what does. We're gonna have to do something about that. And then finally, our whole hood is absolutely destroyed by acorns or something alike. So we're gonna have to get a new hood. That's just the plan. I mean, I've been rocking it now. It's not like the hood is like, it's not urgent, right? It's not like I have to get a new hood or I can't drive it. So if a new hood pops up in red, a stock hood, then we'll pick it up, or we might go a different route. Obviously, stay tuned to see what comes of that. But the roof has a couple of acorns here and there, but you know, maybe some PDR after I drop the headliner or something. Not too crazy, it's just here and there. When I was gonna look at the car, it didn't really display well in the picture, so when I showed up, I was a little bit mad. I was like, yo, why didn't you tell me that this freaking, you know, the hood is absolutely skadooshed? But, you know, it is where it is. And then let's move on to the wheels. So, of course, we got some stockies on it. It did come with absolutely freaking bald tires. Oh my god. Yeah, we kind of got rid of those pretty fast, because when I bought the car, and 3-hour drive up to Mass, and on my way back, I experienced some of the most heaviest rain I have in my freaking life. And I'm like, what are the odds that I'm driving this damn car with bald tires and the rain is like coming down this hard? Freaking drive was terrible because I'm sliding all over the place on some bald tires. But we made it back. Wheels are freaking immaculate. Barely any curb rash. One thing that's freaking crazy is that he put this 3 Joule sticker on. So, I mean, shout out to him, dude. You know, in the description down below, you cop a sticker. We have this little we got this little scratch here on the door. Nothing too crazy. Pinch welds are good down there. If I go over the brakes are kind of grooved, like a slight bit. It is what it is. I could always get new brakes. I don't have a problem with it. They're not like bad brakes. Tail lights, beautiful. No condensation, clear as heck, dude. Underneath, rust free. Like, I'm talking, even the suspension parts barely have any rust. Let's take a look at the engine bay before we hop into the interior. You know what, let's take a look at the interior real quick, just real quick, because I know it's like a one and done type of deal. Freaking door cards are fine. They freaking stunk like crap, so we had to bomb ozone like multiple times. So that's probably the next worst thing, is how bad it smelled. So we had to kind of get rid of the scent. Seats are freaking mint. Bolsters are good. I mean, these aren't like, you know, crazy bolstered seats, but they're still good. We swapped over the R shift knob here. It's pretty clean for the most part. Pretty self-explanatory when it comes to this dang car. We have a different kind of what is this, dash bezel here. In the orange FRS, it's like gray carbon, and it's a different feeling to it. Oh dude, my favorite part, the freaking blue stickers on the door sills, dude, from the factory. He had the window sticker. That was insane. So before we pop the hood and take a look at the engine bay, what I'm gonna do for you guys is give her one of those. So yeah, kind of breaking the fourth wall there. Just, you know, kind of showing you guys the miles. We're at 49 currently. When you guys see some mods going on this car, you'll probably see a little lesser miles or something like that. Because like I said, we did a few things to get her up and fine and dandy. Let's take a look at the ugly real quick. We have a good bit of an ugly problem going on. And this is when I sat in the car. Wasn't included in the description, of course, of the car. When the guy was selling it, and it was a little bit of a drive, and he didn't tell me any problems were wrong with it. So yeah, it was a little bit of a letdown, but it takes a little bit of muscle. A little bit of muscle to freaking move this thing back and forth in neutral. And the clutch felt like crap. It didn't really feel good at all compared to our orange FRS. So we needed to fix that up. It's still not fixed because I've been kind of chasing a squirrel on this one. So we replaced a few things already. So yeah, that was no fun. We're still working on that one, but let's take a look under the hood. I know you guys been waiting for this one. What's under the hood, dude? Is it a K24DE or what? Like what comes in this freaking, oh yeah, it's the freaking boxer motor, dude. Yeah, we got the boxer motor in here. She's all right. You guys can see we got the no super turbo. No turbo. So it's just a freaking stock FA20 in here, and she's slow as balls. So we went ahead and obviously cleaned the throttle body like we did in the orange FRS. I'm thinking we got the spark plugs to do. Obviously did the oil like right as we got it. Topped off the coolant because it had freaking zero coolant. We cleaned this whole air box because there's freaking nuts in there and stuff. We replaced the air filter. We replaced the cabin air filter. We cleaned our cowl. So we popped this whole thing off. We cleaned in there because, like I said, it was a little smelly. So we wanted to get that smelly smell out. We completely cleaned the engine bay. How could I forget? We cleaned the whole entire engine bay. It was really dirty, way too dirty for me. So really happy how this came out. I didn't give that same treatment to the orange FRS. I'm sorry. This thing was just way too dirty. We went ahead and swapped our dual radium catch cans over from our orange FRS pretty quickly, I would say. If you guys haven't seen that video, I will throw it down in the description. I encourage you to go check that out if you're not running dual catch cans or a catch can on your FRS 86 BRZ. If you see anything else, then you'll see that video coming up. Forgot we also did kind of a fuel injector cleaning. I'm not talking like taking them out and doing all that crap. We just threw some cleaner in there to get her to run nicely. So, and we still got a spare tire and all the tools. So can you still find one of these as clean as this 48,000 mile 2013 FRS on the market? Well, obviously they still exist, and yes, you could still find one. Is it gonna be easy? No. Are you gonna log on the marketplace and see one right away? Definitely not. It's, like I said, modern day 240SX territory. We are stepping in with the 86 chassis. So it's gonna be hard to find. They're gonna be abused. They're getting to that territory. However, now is a better time than any to get into one. The years are passing and cars like these are becoming harder to find because companies are not really distributing them like they used to. This right here is the epitome of a raw driving experience. The way this car, this 2013 FRS drives compared to my 23 BRZ is still vastly different. Yes, they both drive like a damn go-kart, but this thing, it still has that raw driving experience. It's crazy to me. Like the snappy steering wheel feel, it feels so light, and I could feel everything when it comes to that. The tack on it has the freaking needle. It's not digital. This is one of the most readily available, most raw cars you could buy right now. Now, I'm not saying go out and freaking buy an 86 FRS BRZ. If you're looking for a car, you're looking for something that's in the price range, then this might be the car for you. Because the 86 chassis, like I said, if it's not enough points in this video, it's a freaking damn near perfect car. Besides the FA20 under the hood, it's fine the way it is. We got the center of gravity balance. We're pretty balanced in this car. We're pushing like 200 horses. It could swing the back, swing the rear end. So it's a good car whether you're trying to get into drifting. Pretty much one of the best all-around, all-purpose cars on the market. I mean, hit the track, hit autocross. Just as a daily driver, I mean, it's practical enough. It's a freaking coupe, what do you expect? But best all-around car you could get. All right, so time to go over the ugly. What are some common points of failure on the 86 chassis on the BRZs? Well, number one you're gonna run into is probably rod knock, spun bearing. So if you don't know how to diagnose a spun bearing or rod knock, then I suggest trying to read up on that, follow a video, looking it up on these cars so you know what it sounds like if you're looking to get into one, if you're looking to purchase one. So that's number one, because you don't want to buy a blown motor. Number two, something to be not alarmed by is the chirps. Now, I'll start the car and let you guys listen to the motor because our orange FRS did the same thing. It's really quiet right now, but it usually is pretty loud. So yeah, that's the chirp. It's coming from like right around this area. You got the high pressure fuel pump making chirpies at the injectors. Now, it's not anything to worry about because it's not a problem necessarily, and you're good. It's literally just a high pressure fuel pump, and there's no problems with it. It's just a noise that these injectors make. Some other common points of failure, depending on your miles, really depending on your miles, you probably want to clean that throttle body. It gets gunked up on these cars. The clutch is probably going to feel like crap too, so I suggest throwing that M-Tech clutch spring in there or just deleting it all together. I have a video on that, of course. I'll throw in the description down below. You guys pick up an M-Tech clutch spring. It made the clutch give it a little more feel. Not only that, but we did some other shifter related things, kind of make our shifter good in this car, and I really like how it is now. So stay tuned, obviously, for those shifter mods that we did. Some of the smaller things, you have e-brake boot itself kind of sags off the e-brake. Ours is not yet there, which is nice, but on our orange one it sags right here, and then the boot just kind of comes off. On our orange one we did have like a hair tie wrapped around here, so not that big of a deal. You could also just get another boot. Another thing too is the e-brake boot, maybe the clips are broken. I've seen a few where the clips are broken on here, and the e-brake kind of assembly here is just up and it's not actually clipped in. Another thing is here, if you guys see, our dashboard is level at the vents. There's a good portion of 8.6s that I've seen that this piece is just kind of raised up, most likely from the sun and just kind of not being maintained. So this piece here, if you see it kind of raised up, you know, that indicates they didn't take care of the dash too well. Center console. So if you guys didn't know, a lot of 8.6s didn't come with like an armrest, so don't be alarmed by that. However, some did come with a factory armrest. There wasn't a factory armrest here before. This is just what it looks like. I don't know why they decided to do that. It's kind of weird, but run it through all the gears, because fourth gear on these cars are a little sensitive to power. Not that, you know, NA is pushing a lot of power, but if someone is not so nice on the transmission, the radio in these cars, if you didn't get like a 17 plus, the head unit is atrocious. It is so bad, cuts in and out all the time. Like it's so annoying. So you have that to worry about with these cars. I'd recommend swapping this out. Not only that, but not having CarPlay, like GPS. If you're going like on a long drive or even like somewhere where you're not familiar, dude, having a map is so key. Like this, not having a map right here while I'm driving and not seeing the road like ahead, it's so annoying. If you're looking at these cars, you'll probably run into some bumper sag. Maybe the side markers might be messed with, so if they have anything like that, then obviously take a look. Maybe the clips are broken because they took the front bumper off. Just some indicators that the front bumper came off at some point, or the side markers came off and they just didn't put it back together right. There's not really any common rust points I've seen on this car that's like crazy. I know the stock exhaust, if it's still running it, it's probably going to be rusted to crap. A lot of stock exhaust on these get rusted. On the boxer motors, this has happened to every damn boxer motor I've owned. We have like little freaking nuts in there. Like, I mean small. There's just like little stuff in there. I would probably recommend cleaning your engine bay a little bit at least, kind of getting a vacuum and sucking that stuff out, because you don't want that in there, especially if it gets caught in your belt. While you're cleaning your throttle body, you could take that time to clean your intake air box here. Guys like to build up here like nuts and stuff. If you guys don't know, this is the delete for the sound generator. It goes from the intake tube to the cabin. I don't like the way it sounds, so I just capped it off here. Our strut towers are, they're kind of cracking around here, so that's not good. That's not good at all. So obviously take a look at that, because we're gonna need to replace that sooner than later. I'm just kind of riding out because it's not too bad. I mean, we're fine. These cars do get abused, so that's your main thing. You're looking at the drivetrain, making sure it shifts good. These cars, they shift pretty well. They have kind of a short shift, and yeah, they really, it's a good feeling car. So if you don't feel good driving this car, there might be something wrong with it. So guys, that's just it. We have our 2013 FRS here, newly acquired, in for the works. We got work to do. We got some mods to do. We got some maintenance to keep up with, and we're gonna get to it. So stay tuned. We have a number of videos coming out on this car already. Like I said, I had to do a few things, so you guys will see that soon. Stop looking at the 240SX, the 8.6 chassis, the BRZs, new wave, the new era. You could do damn near anything with them. They are pretty much the best all around you could pick up these days. If you guys have any ideas as to what kind of mods we should throw on this newly acquired FRS, or if you have any predictions for mods, be sure to leave them in the comment section down below. But I do think as enough spot as any me to wrap up today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to give me a like down below. It really does go away, and while you're down there, you can consider subscribing. That shows me I like what I'm doing here, and I could do more. But as per usual, you check me out Jules in the description down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!